Good evening, beautiful people. I hope you are well. I just tried to join from from the Social Work Discovery page, and I was unable to because there is not 1,000 followers on the Social Work Discovery page. We're at like 950 something. So they said, no, new laws say you have to have 1,000 followers before
Good
you can do
evening. Can you
a
hear
live.
me?
So it's a thing
Talking.
of, yes, rude. Absolutely rude. So I'm joining from my page, which isn't necessarily a problem, but I hope I can still transfer over to the other two because it's rude. It just means we need to get about 50 more people on the
Oh, I
social
can't hear
discovery.
you. Sorry, say that again.
I was saying you can only do a live now if you've got 1,000 followers.
Oh, so we're
Yeah, so
not
that
far off then.
so on my page I've got more than 1,000 followers, thankfully. Social
Right.
Work Discovery needs about 50 more, and one thing is way behind that. So yeah, it's just, I mean, it's discriminations. Instagram, like, what's this?
Oh,
It's not very nice, is it?
not very nice, no. Well, you have to excuse me because I'm trying to multitask. I've literally just got in, I'm just trying to quickly do something for Michael. I'm literally in the last few little bits trying not to overkill it with black pepper. So
That is fine as well.
think
Oh,
I've
breath of
just
life.
think I've
So,
just done it. Right. Busy, right. Let's
so,
see.
so,
Right.
so.
I'm going to pretend it's fine.
What are we focusing on today?
So today we're doing three of our Fs. We are doing fitness, faith, and thanks. Thanks.
Yes, focus.
Oh,
So
okay, beautiful people. So, as part of our SAVI journey, as you will know, that there are 5 phases. We've already done the first 3. So we started off with the design phase, and that was all about, no, we started off with the decision phase, which was all about having, helping you to make a decision that you've been putting off, that you know you should be doing, that you're not quite sure, something needs to shift, but you're not quite sure what that looks like. So that was the first phase. Second phase was around discover, which is all about yourself. So you're starting with your name, how do you turn up in the world, your identities, your values, all of the stuff about you so that you can, really understand yourself, know who you are,
Mhm.
and you can be yourself authentically, because obviously the second word of the savvy approach is A. So second letter is A, which is all about being authentic. And then, so that was the second phase, which was around discover. Then last week we was dreaming. So Katrina and I were talking about dreams, and I was telling you about how I want to walk up and down a nudist beach and just
Oh,
be free and just do my thing and all of that. There was obviously things that I did not particularly want to share, but that was one of them, and it's kind of really doing that big dreaming piece. Like, what
don't
is
walk up
it
and
that
down the
you want?
beach naked. Linda Dini will get arrested. Don't do that one. Yeah. Yeah.
a
Say again?
nudist speech. He said
I
a
said, don't
nudist
do up and
speech.
down. Oh, up on the nudist beach. Okay.
It's a nudist beach where it's
Okay.
accepted. I'm not going to
I,
do that, and then just start scaring kids.
I was
Like,
like, nah, don't do that, Hunt. Please don't do that, Brian.
um, so yeah, really thinking about what are some of those dreams that you're going after, even if it doesn't feel like it's conventional,
Mm,
or if you think
mm.
people might judge you, or if look at you a bit side eye, but it's something that you want to do, then pull it onto your dream stage. And then this week, and for the next few weeks, because this one is a big one, we will be talking about design. So I don't want to say any of the other parts are not as important, but when I did this process, the design part, this was the part that made me be like, yo.
Excellent.
Decisions then started popping off, and you may find that more decisions turn up when you're doing your design phase. And for me, that was when I realized, when I designed my life, it's when I realized that actually life didn't look like London.
Mm.
Life didn't look like what I was living in right now. So when the opportunities came, I was out. I went to St. Lucia. I went off and did all of the things that I did, right? So this is the design phase, and as Jen started off talking, under the design phase, we have this kind of phrase which is all about what the F you want, and it isn't about swearing. It's all about the different areas of your life that begin with F. So we are doing, remind me, Jen.
We are doing this week, so there's 10
Yeah.
of them. So we are doing faith, we are doing fitness, and we are giving thanks. Thanks with an F.
Okay. Thanks with an F because we're from South, well, not Katrina, but we're from South London, so it's thanks
East,
in it.
I'm an East woman, very much so.
Well, they would definitely do an F there, wouldn't they? Thanks, they're from East London, surely. Excellent. Okay.
So yeah, that's where we're at. We're doing the yes today.
Great. That's a great overview, Nadine. Who wants to kick off this week then with their Fs? Their three Fs, and you have those three?
We can probably do one each, actually. Probably just a
Yeah,
good way.
okay. If that's the case, well, if we do one each, then I'll just do a little quick overview. So, the faith one, not say struggled with faith, but reflecting, what role does faith play in my life? So, I'm not a religious person as such. So, I believe in a higher being, and I do give thanks. I give thanks to a mother God. I give thanks to Father God. When I'm giving, when I'm sort of giving thanks to a higher being. But I don't go to church, and I don't. I used to go to church, but I don't go to church now. When I used to go to church in America, they were great church, really uplifting. But I don't get that when I go to churches here, and that just might just be the churches that I've been to. So I don't have a sort of God that I pray to, but I do believe in a higher being, and I think for me, when I was doing this, what I want to do is get that connectivity with my sort of spiritual side of it, which I haven't really made that connection, if that makes sense. So that was one of the reflections that I took from this was, you know, what do I need to do, or how do I get that connection with spirituality, if that makes sense.
Mm,
So
it
that,
does.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll just stop there and invite anybody else if they want to talk about their faith or any of the others. And then I can talk another one a little bit more about fitness if you have time. But I'll let either Katrina or yourself speak. Not I'll
Yeah, I think
invite you
for me,
rather.
faith in this sense isn't necessarily about religion, like Jen was
Mm,
saying. It's
mm,
about
mm,
whatever it is that you believe in. So it may be that you believe in a higher power that you may call God, you may call the universe, you may
mm,
call
mm,
Allah, you may call the vortex, you may call I don't know, like there's all sorts of names, Buddha, you may call any sorts of different
mm,
names, right? And it's, or you may be a person that isn't necessarily spiritual, isn't necessarily have a faith kind of construct.
mm,
And maybe your faith is, your future self that's pulling you forward, and you look to that
mm,
to kind of guide you. But it's whatever that thing is, if you have it, because I'm making an assumption that you have something that kind of grounds you. So it's
mm,
the thing that you kind of look to for guidance. It's the thing that kind of gives you the courage, the trust that, there's something working for your higher being. It
yeah.
may be that it's, as I said, it may be that it's your future self that's pulling you forward, that's sending you
Mm,
messages, that's keeping you safe, that's guiding your life.
yeah.
It may
Well,
be
you've
that it's
just
your
chosen a little
angel.
bit then. Yeah.
It may
And,
be your
and
angels. It
She's
may be your
talking.
ancestors.
yeah.
So it may be anything it may be religion. It's
Mm,
whatever kind of grounds you, and it's also that thing that you say thanks to, which we'll talk about.
yes.
But when things go awesome, or when even they don't, and you're just like, you know what, that was for my higher good, and thank you. So it's kind of that's what we're talking about in terms of
Mm.
faith.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you said about your angel wings and ancestors, because actually, for me, in terms of the grounding, that definitely is my ancestors. That when I think of the ancestors, my ancestors and the journey they've come from, that definitely grounds me. And as you know, with losing mum, without a doubt, I definitely feel those sort of angel wings protecting me, guiding me when I'm sort of a bit lost. I can hear a voice, etc. So thanks for that.
Mm.
Hearing what you're both saying, it's what I would be saying myself in terms of the connection. I am also not religious, but I definitely believe in a God, in a higher power.
Mm-hmm.
The universe, there's many names. I don't subscribe to religion because I feel that religion can be very decisive amongst people. So that for me, that's why I would rather hold my religion with myself and God, as opposed to like having somebody religious telling me how I can connect with God. I connect with God directly, and
Mm.
that's what it means for me. And when I'm saying about religion being decisive, there are many people, as you know, there are people that subscribe to all different religions. And what you can sometimes find is some people are so connected with their religion as opposed to connected with God
Mm.
that they can get lost.
Mm.
So that's kind of part of my belief, but very much so the friendship groups I have and the people I have around me are from all different types of faiths. I've got no issue with somebody else being part of a religion or having faith in that way. What I do like is that I can actually connect with people from different faiths, and we have a commonality in the way we think and the way
Yeah.
we view things, other than being prescribed to like going to church or going to mosque or something like that. That's not what I choose to do. That's what they choose to do. That's not what I choose to do. But ultimately, we all connect on a spiritual level because
That's
of the power that we have in the belief of I will use the term God. I use God, the universe, interchangeably. To me, they have the same level of meaning for me. But
yeah.
it's really about connecting with yourself and the God around you,
Mm.
and
Lovely.
that's what keeps you being a good person. I'm going to say.
I believe that for real,
Mm.
Katrina. 100%. 100%. 100%.
It's
Yes.
it's quite an interesting topic, right? Because there are going to be those that are on both axis, right? So from absolute um, devotion to a particular belief, a particular religion, to those who are absolutely atheists, right?
Yeah.
And everything in between. It's not even a line. It's kind of just beautifully just flexing and fluid and all of that. And I always feel like talking about religion sometimes can be, and I think this is, I'll own it. I feel like this is because I was raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I was also kind of raised and brought up in the Seventh-day Adventist Church with my
Mm.
grandparents. So, I feel like when I say, oh, I'm not particularly religious, I feel like I'm going to go outside and get lightning in my neck, right?
Oh, gosh.
Because I feel like I shouldn't say things like that. But then there's also something about being your authentic self, being okay with
With
that,
that.
being okay with what you believe in, and saying
Mhm.
it with your chest. And if
Mhm.
anybody has any different views, it's about being able to blend beautifully and us all like Katrina said, having the space to have different faiths and views and still be able to connect beautifully as human beings. But yeah, there's been lots of situations, especially when I was living in the Caribbean, which is a very Christian
Oh,
uh,
gosh, yes.
space, and just kind of navigating some of those spaces where I didn't go to church and things like that, and having this kind of almost innate guilt that what I should be doing,
Mhm.
right?
Mm,
Even though for me it wasn't at that point
mm,
required, necessary. I didn't feel drawn to doing that.
mm.
And then other people having views about what you should be doing. So it's a really, I think it's an
Mhm.
interesting space to
I think
navigate,
so. Yeah.
whichever kind of religion may be in your family or if there's multiple. Um, But yeah, I mean, even my voice has gone a bit like, ooh, right?
Mm.
Because
It's
it's
right
just got
in.
a bit like,
It's a
I don't want,
deep topic. It's
I
a
don't
deep
want
topic.
lightning in my
And,
neck.
and I just wanted to share something because just something you just made me think of. So when I was in America in December, I was there at a time of Kwanzaa, and
Mm,
that was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I've done Kwanzaa here, but again, when I did it in America, it was very, very different, very, very spiritual. You know, really, really beautiful, a beautiful ceremony that and so yeah, I just wanted to just to share it because again, it's interesting when you talk about the Caribbean. You know, it's different countries perhaps make you feel different. When I go to Ireland with my friends, I've got friends who are Irish. We go to church, and I'm not Catholic, but I know what to do when I go to a
Yeah,
Catholic church
same
because
here.
because of my Irish friends. So I would do that out of respect for them and their family. Yeah. So
yeah.
that was a great one, great discussion there.
Yeah, that topic is one that we could have
We
a
could,
number of
if
hours
we
on.
need to, yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's a very deep topic. And actually, my daughter, the older one, who's in the TV and film industry, she was just doing something, working on something. I'm not supposed to say this, but she was just working on something where there was a discussion between people of different denominations
And
and
Mm,
what that meant for different people. And it was, yeah, it sounded when she's come and had that discussions with me about the experience. It sounded really interesting, really, really interesting.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think actually, even as you say that, Katrina, I think there is something about us doing. Maybe
I
we
was just
just
thinking
do
that.
a live about each of the Fs, and we just do a half an hour session
Yeah,
about each of the Fs, and we just
yeah,
have conversations. Because I think some of the
love
things
having
within the three of us are going to be maybe quite similar, and then other things will be very different.
mm,
So I think that that would be pretty cool to do because we definitely can't give justice to it in the 8 minutes or so that we're supposed to have. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
But
yes.
yeah,
But
lovely
I know,
space.
I know with this topic, I am very steeped in my spirituality. It's very, very important to me.
Mm,
Being able to connect with, I will say, as again, interchangeable, connect with source.
mm,
I
And
like that. I like that. Connect with
yeah,
source. It's a nice.
that's what I say a lot. Connecting with source and really grounding myself because for me, it's not going to church to do it, but I might be what you like to do, Jen, going in the garden, grounding, shoes off,
Walk bare
feet
feet.
in the grass,
Yeah,
sun on my face, just really just steeping my look, I'm closing my eyes, I can feel it now.
yeah. No,
Just
beautiful. I like
steeping
it. Just
myself
saying,
in
like
that power
thinking already. Like, yeah, beautiful.
and
Yeah.
how that can leave me feeling
hmm
after a hard day or whatever might be going on, if I need some contemplation, just really connecting and speaking with that higher power, that God, and being in nature.
Yeah. And
It's
just we did a lovely masterclass a few wellness, but again it's all connected, isn't it, about that connectivity to wellness, to meditation, etc., which is what the next step was around, sort of fitness and health and well-being. But they are so connected, so connected, aren't they, without
absolutely.
doubt.
it's a
um
good segue, Jen.
that is a good segue. So with my F, I'm going to read you a little poem.
Oh,
My fitness. So and this is something that from one of you that I've read in one of an article that we had. The best six doctors anywhere, and no one can deny it, are sunshine, water, rest and air, exercise, and diet. These six will gladly you attend if only you are willing. Your mind they'll ease, your will they'll mend, and charge you not a shilling.
Mhm.
what was those
Absolutely.
six? Water, air, exercise.
Our sunshine, water, rest, and air. The
I've
best six
got that,
doctors.
I've got that
Exercise
in
and
my
diet.
life book actually.
That's where I didn't want to say that word, but yeah, that's what
Yes,
yeah.
you reminded me there, Jen.
Yeah, I just thought it just when you said. I mean, I was going to share it anyway, but when I was doing my work on the on fitness, and I was sort of using other things as well to just help me, you know. And I saw that, and I thought, oh, I love that. That just
Yeah.
speaks to me. You know, all of those bits in there. And when you said about, you know, the air and the sunshine, etc., I thought, oh, spot on. You know, and it, you know, it is, isn't it? How we just, you know, we've become so fast with everything that we've just forgotten just to take the simple, you know, simple things of how beautiful nature and that simplicity is in terms of making us feel good. And I
It's
think,
not, and
you
I
know,
think it's more than making us feel good. We have the natural ability to
yeah,
heal ourselves as
yeah,
humans,
yeah,
and a lot of us have lost
yeah,
that, and
yeah,
then
and
go
that's,
and rely on drugs.
yeah,
And when
100%.
I say drugs, I'm talking about medication
Yeah.
within that, and rely on it. Whereas there is a lot of things that actually we can heal ourselves through food, through herbs, through nature.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
that's for health for me is
Mm,
nature and
yeah.
natural stuff. Like
Absolutely.
I don't even like to take paracetamol. This is just my own personal
Mm,
worldview. I would, yeah, just rather seek my
alternatives.
wellness view through nature.
And and Katrina, this is a, you know, great story. I'm gonna, because this is, you know I'm very passionate about this, so you'll know that you know, I used to do a lot of sport. I would never take medication, never take any medication. And maybe actually every now and then I might take a Nurofen, you know, if I get sore knees. And obviously when I had that diagnosis, apart from the mental bit of it, but actually having to take tablets, having to inject myself was just like, it was just horrible. I hated it so much, and I still have to take medication, which I really don't like doing. But you know, I have got my own little concoctions of turmeric, and people will always sort of say, "Oh, try this." So yesterday, somebody said to me that parsley was a really good for your good for your immune system. So I was there last night looking at parsley and cucumber back and drink. But yeah, you know, you know, when I was looking for Michael just now, I've got some thyme out the garden, peppermint. We just forget about all these natural things. And I remember when my mum came here and she said, "My God, if I'd realised how much money I can make out of things like avocados when they're now charging stupid money for an avocado, or a, you know, mango face." She said, "Oh, I'd have been so rich." But aloe vera, you know, all of these things
I
that.
have an avocado tree in my house in St Lucia.
Oh,
Just
do
there.
you?
I was so excited by that
Oh,
avocado
that's
tree. You better
lovely.
still
I've
be
got.
alive by the time I get back there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, I am. Yeah, just thinking back to what you were saying, Katrina, you know, in terms of the natural stuff and you know, these things that are just around us. That we become. I've got a friend who's a natural therapist, and she just says, you know, people just think you have to take tablets all the time, you know, and that
Yeah,
the pharmaceutical company want you to believe that, don't they? Really?
absolutely. And at the end of the day,
Yes.
it's about choice, because what I'm saying
Yes.
is my
Yes.
choice.
Yeah.
That's
I do have a choice.
how I
Yeah. Yeah. To
feel.
take
And some
medication now.
people
Yeah.
choose to take medication because that's what they feel works for them.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole topic is about, isn't it? It's
Yes.
about fitness. It's
Absolutely.
about what is it for you that works for you.
Mm.
That's the
Yeah.
key thing. And health fitness is for me the most important thing
Mm.
out of the eggs, because without it you
Yeah.
cannot do the other stuff.
Yeah.
You can be so limited. If your health is really inflicted, then it's gonna really strongly impact on all the other areas of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's so
Without doubt. I mean,
important to
I've experienced that, and
keep that out.
obviously seeing that with Michael's disability now, you know, how it's just impacts on so much of his life. Still got, you know, strong in mind, but yeah, certainly there's things you just can't do,
Yeah,
and you've got to adjust to that. And certainly with myself, you know, I still, you know, sometimes I sort of forget, you know, when I'm out with Nadine, if we're out, you know, "Oh, can you help me carry my case down the stairs?" You know, I haven't got that physical strength that I had before. Oh, Andrea. Hi, Andrea. One of our,
okay.
So, sorry.
In the day.
I'm not doing so. I'm lovely for you to connect with us. She said, "I'm living proof that fitness is so
Yeah,
important in capital letters important."
absolutely.
Nice, thanks,
Absolutely.
Andrea.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, sorry, I was about to start sharing Andrea's business. Let me just keep quiet.
Oh,
Let me just keep quiet. Even though
You're
she is
gonna
a
just have to
British
join. You have to
champion bodybuilder.
join, and then you'll hear more about this stuff. You must join our community. Hear about the wonderful
um,
stuff that we're doing, that Andrew's doing.
so I just kind of wanted to jump in there. Absolute shameless. I don't know what made you
Sorry, a
jump there.
pigeon just came from down on. Sorry.
The pigeon wanted to join the live. Hi, pigeon. So shameless plug. Well, not even shameless plug. Guys, download this. This is
Oh,
the Very Intentional People workbook, the SAVI workbook. If you comment, so I want to see if this actually works. So comment workbook and you should get it automatically. Like, let's try this. It's see if it works.
oh,
So comment workbook, and either if you're watching this on the replay or if you're watching this live, then, or if you've watched it in the story, or if you've watched it in the story, then you wouldn't see this necessarily. But anyway, comment workbook, and hopefully you will get the link and then you straight away, and then you will be able to download. You just need to give us your email address, and you will get this. Ooh, Andrea, let me know if you get it.
well, Andrew's put workbook there, and she did
Yeah.
say earlier on, go ahead, but I think we probably run out of time. So you was able to plug Andrea's business. She
It
just
wasn't her business. I was basically going to say, when she was talking about it's really important in terms of health, and just kind of talking to, when you go through things in life where you may be on a bit of a low, and then you then kind of really focus in on self and on health. That's ultimately what Andrea did, and not to kind of go through like crazy amounts of her business, but there is something about. I mean, then Andrea went and was a British champion bodybuilder. I mean, if
Mm,
wow.
you ever see this girl's like,
yeah.
and I
Mhm,
was like, yo, I want to be like Andrea when I grow up.
mhm,
So there is
Amazing.
something that is really beautiful about health. Um,
Yes,
and in terms of
yes.
fitness, I just kind of want to give a sneak preview of the reflection for fitness that's in the workbook, right? So it is for fitness. Says consider your physical and mental health and wellness. What goals do you have for your fitness and how can you achieve them? So the reflection is, how satisfied are you with your current level of health? And the goal is, what changes can you make to improve your holistic health? So one of the beautiful things about this workbook is it's not something that you can kind of just run through. It really make you stop and think and consider
Mm,
and reflect about what it is that you want. Now, the design phase is so important because it really helps you to take all of the 10 areas of your life and really make you hone in on it. Now, the workbook is amazing, even if I do say so myself.
it is.
However, the book,
it is.
hey, the book that I'm
Oh,
writing.
on another level. Excellent. Brilliant.
So
Mm,
it's definitely going to help you to really delve deeper into the different F's and give you actually a formula of what those, how you can kind of delve deeper into the different F's. But as a starting point, 100% get comment workbook. We will get that downloaded and sent to you, and then you can have a read through.
Beautiful.
Um, so yeah, get
follow
it.
follow the SAVI process.
Thanks for the
That's the
process.
key. What was
Absolutely.
the? I mean, times. Okay.
Gone again.
What was the last
The
one again?
last one was thanks, gratitude, but I'm gonna have to go in, I'm afraid, in a minute. But yeah. So the last one was about practice gratitude, which. Sorry, do you want to carry on? I interrupted you, Katrina.
No, that's fine.
Again, okay. So just again in the workbook, the workbook under the design phase encourages us to practice gratitude, and that's so important. Giving thanks, again, people. So I don't think we just don't do it enough, really. Practice gratitude for what you have. I do that in the mornings, not as religiously as I should do, but giving thanks, and certainly in the evenings. Simple things, just recognizing throughout the day that you can give thanks for. It's so important. And actually, when sometimes I don't do it, and then I just say, oh gosh, that just somebody held the door open for me, or something really simple, and it's just
Mm.
important that you recognise that. So I would encourage us to think about that. What you're grateful for in your life. How can you incorporate more gratitude into your daily routine? I think that's a lovely question that you've lovely question for
Mm.
you that you've posed for us there, Nadine.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think there's something like my whole mindset around gratitude has someone decided to call me right at that point, but that's fine.
good
So
point.
my whole mindset around gratitude is it's a really big part.
Mm,
Um, is my whole mindset around gratitude is has really kind of evolved, and even when I was in those points of I was going through my divorce and I was really low, I think gratitude was something in the sense of, you know what, I will come out and I will use this as my testimony. Like literally I
beautiful.
was going through this really shit
Mm,
stage, and I
mm,
was like, you know what, Nadine, it's going to be all right because you're going to go through this and then you're going to look back and it's going to be awesome. Like right now, I feel like I'm not going through a shit phase, but I feel like I'm going through this phase of just hustle. I know we can all relate to that.
yeah.
This phase of almost burnout hustle, just come on, let's break through. And I promise you, I want to say this time next year, we're
Oh,
going to be like, woo! I'm so glad I didn't give
Yeah.
up. I'm so glad that we just pushed through. And I'm grateful for the experience right now, because I know that it's going to help me to be even more
Be
grateful when I get
grateful.
to the thing that I'm going to be achieving. So there's
yeah.
something about
Absolutely.
enjoying the
Mm.
journey. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So there's
lovely. Thank
something
you.
about whatever it is that you're going through, there is a reason for it, whether we like it or not. And I know that sounds off key, but I genuinely believe
That's
that
a
whether
plan
it's
of
good,
you.
whether it's bad, whether it's indifferent, it's there for your better good. And I
Yeah,
feel like I'm just
Yeah,
being made to feel uncomfortable to navigate and get where I'm supposed to be.
yeah.
absolutely.
And that's
Very
beautiful. And I'm
much.
grateful for that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
as difficult as things have been, I'm beginning to see that now. I'm getting to that other end of thinking, oh, actually, I can see more light and the journey, having gone through that journey, and even just doing this, I couldn't have done this if I'm honest. 6 months ago, it would have been far too
Mm.
painful, too raw for me
Mm,
to do. But yeah, absolutely great. We will all be sitting with palm trees next year. Thank you very much, Andrea.
At our
100%.
retreat.
100.
And retreat.
Hey, come on.
Retreat. Barefoot, you might even be able to walk naked around.
Come on. Walking up down the beach. Walking up
But
and down the
just
beach.
in terms of the gratitude, it's really important to start the day and end the day with just
Yes.
reminding yourself what you have to be grateful. As Nadine, you hit the nail on the head that we're all going through
Yeah.
some stuff at the moment. As
Hmm.
much as we're making great progress, we're in a great space. We are really in a great space, all of us, despite the challenges. And I am grateful for that.
I am
Um,
grateful for that.
and it's just important to start your day and end your day reminding yourself of all the great things that you have in your life. I
Yeah.
attended the social workers, I attended the Bali session today,
Oh,
the,
today. Oh,
Oh,
well
okay.
done.
the Black and Asian Leadership Initiative, for those of you that might not be aware.
With Sandeep.
Yes, and she started off the session with, please tell me what you're grateful for. And I was the
Yes.
first one to put my hand up. And
It's like me.
yeah, I put my camera on. Usually I got my camera off. I put my camera on with my hands up. And it was, for me today, it was, and always actually, it's about the people that I have in my life. And I'm saying both in the family sense, but also in the workspace as well. Because
True.
Mm,
work is crazy. Like, it's work is crazy. What can I say? But I'm so grateful for the people that I have in my team and around me to be able to help me with the craziness.
mm,
And clearly, like I'm a very, very strong family orientated person, and I'm extremely grateful for the family that I've been born into and the support that we give each other.
Beautiful.
So that's one of my key gratitudes for today. which is what I shared earlier. But it's important to do that, even in those workspaces. That was a work meeting. Bali, it was a work
Yeah.
meeting, but it was still like, what are you grateful for? It doesn't have to be work related. It's just
Yeah.
what are you grateful for? Waking up in the morning, being able to walk down the road, like little, even the smallest things, having food
Yeah.
in the fridge, you know, like the smallest
Yeah.
things. Or that
Very
having food
true.
in the fridge is not small, because if you don't have food in your fridge, you got some problems. That's not quite small, but it's thinking about all of those things that you're blessed with and not
No,
forgetting.
absolutely.
It's
The problem's going to be there.
you know, and again, how you take those, just to give those thanks, because actually we take that for granted. If you know you're looking at those children in Gaza who haven't got food, they're seeing those pictures. So even though I hear what you're saying, but actually to be thankful for having food in your fridge is something very big. Um,
No, absolutely.
so say to me,
And
just
you
quickly, Andrew, just thanks for you put Andrew's put it in there. I start the day with writing in my gratitude book and pull my oracle cards. Thanks for sharing that, Andrea.
yeah.
No,
Okay,
absolutely.
so I think we've come
And
to the
just to
end of.
say,
Oh,
so I just wanted to jump on and just say, it's not only kind of good in theory, but there's a lot of research that talks about one in particular. Don't quote, I can find it for you if you're one of those people, because I'm one of those people, that can tell you exactly where the research has come from. But essentially, if you write down 5 things that you're grateful for once a week, you will increase your well-beingness by 25%.
okay.
Once a week, 5 things
Mm,
you're grateful
Interesting.
for, it increases your well-being. So, even now, like if I missed a bus or I missed a train, or, I wanted to do something and it's just not happened, I'd be like, you know what, that wasn't my bus. That wasn't my train.
mm,
I am
Yeah,
grateful that I
yeah.
get to. Oh, that's another thing. Changing the words, like when you talk about, oh, I have to do this. It's
mm,
actually, I get to do this,
Mm,
because not everybody gets to. I
yeah.
have to get up this morning. I get to wake up this morning because a lot
yeah,
of people didn't. I have to go
Mm,
to work. I have to exercise. I get to exercise. Some people may not be able to move their body like I
yeah.
can. So
yes,
Absolutely.
I
very
get to
true.
do that.
Very
So there's
true.
definitely something about appreciating even the things that we probably feel like, I don't want to do that shit.
Mm,
Yeah.
But you
So look,
get
I'm
to
really
do
sorry.
it.
I've got to go because I've got to attend to Michael.
No
Next
worries.
week, no, you carry on. But you lovely segue into family. Next week, forgiveness, fulfillment, and family. But if you ladies can just continue, and thank you
but
everybody
we're
for your
finished now, really,
contribution.
haven't we?
We're
So,
finished now.
Oh no, I
yeah,
You're
don't
not
want to
going to
just shut you down
continue.
quickly because we haven't. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go on,
yeah.
carry on. Let me. They can wait 1-2 minutes more. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
no worries.
that was, we've done the three, and we've really jam packed them in, to be fair, because there's so much more we could say about all three of them. But that's the whole point of doing the exercise itself, isn't it? Because you get to go into more detail on a personal level about
Yeah,
each one and what they mean to you and how they enhance your life.
yeah,
That's what we're doing. We want to be in a space where we're enhancing people's lives, or supporting people to enhance their own lives. Actually, that's the right term.
Yeah,
Um, so
absolutely. So,
yeah,
yeah.
comment
that's, yeah.
workbook. You should get it. Andrea
Comment
can let us
workbook.
know if you got hers. If you haven't, tell me later. I'm
Not in the
nervous
life.
for.
All right.
But yeah,
Good to
people
catch
have
up
a
with you.
beautiful evening.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank
express
you.
gratitude before you go to bed tonight, if you remember.
Let's get you choose tonight. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we will see you next week, where we're talking
Next
about
week we will
fulfillment,
talk.
family, and friends.
Yep.
No, they're doing forgiveness. Oh, are we?
Oh shoot,
Forgiveness,
yeah, forgiveness. Sorry. Oh, forgiveness.
forgiveness,
Forgiveness.
fulfillment, and family. So that's
Family.
some two.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some three great areas to explore. Brilliant.
All right.
Perfect.
Have a lovely evening. Have a
All right,
lovely evening,
people.
everybody out there.
Blessings. Thank you. Bless. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.